So a portal is a gateway from physical to the spiritual realm. Pay attention. A gateway. So it's like a gate. But when you are accessing it, for those that are able to access, it doesn't look exactly like a gate. Let me leave it there at the moment. But let me say the following, that portals are more authentic and they are sure ways of conducting God than just mere accessing. They're more authentic portals. So it's important to understand this thing of portals. And I'm here to make you understand by the grace of God. Now, portals can also be used in the kingdom of darkness. In short, there are portals of heaven and there are portals of hell. Mhm. So one has to be very careful on this subject of portals. For example, Jesus said, upon this rock, I will build my church and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That word gates of hell, that word gate is a portal. The enemy, I'll be explaining something about it, but the enemy opens portals to have more access either to a place, to a family, to a marriage, to a house, to a church, to an individual, to someone's business. Pay attention, so that its operations can be more deep and more damaging. Because anything done through a portal, either in our kingdom, it has so much impact. In the kingdom of darkness, it brings so much damage. I'll be explaining all these things as we continue. Now, so portals are more accurate in getting to know God's will and getting what God wants. For example, I've spoken about in part 1, I've spoken about the burning bush. That's a portal. Before, Moses knew there was a calling upon his life. That's why he is agitated when he sees the Egyptian fighting an Israelite or an Hebrew. He's acting like a leader. He knows there's a calling of God upon his life. Pay attention. But when the portal opens for him, when he encounters the burning bush, what we call the burning bush, that's a portal that opened for him. And God spoke from that portal and gave him instructions. And that's where he received power. That's where he knew how to demonstrate power through that portal. And when Moses left, he was never the same again. After that experience of a portal of heaven opening for him, his life was never the same again. That's why I'm saying that portals are more accurate in getting to know God's will. When that portal opened for Moses, now Moses understands God's will for him and he knew what he had to do. And when he goes back to Egypt, he's not doing, try and error. It's not try and error. He knows what he's supposed to do. He knows what is expected of him. So portals are more accurate in getting to know God's will or getting to know what God wants. Portals also help in the knowledge and wisdom of God and of humankind. To getting to know God deeper, in deeper levels. Portals are good in that. Because now Moses has more knowledge on this God, the God of their father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Pay attention, even than before. And when he goes to speak about this God, he is speaking from a point of knowledge. Because he has had an experience through a portal of knowing God, yes. And he knows how to he knows now how to handle Pharaoh. Why? Because he has accessed the portal. So by this portal, he knows the kind of a battle he is gonna engage Pharaoh with. Are you here? Mm. So we have established that there are portals of the enemy which we should be careful of, because portals also can be brought to you by the enemy. The enemy also brings portals to men. We have to know portals from the enemy and portals from God. We have to know portals from the enemy because the enemy also opens portals. And we have to know portals from God. The burning bush is a portal from God. A portal. You remember the young prophet in the book of Kings that was sent to go and speak against an altar that Jeroboam was found live sacrificing there. And the king tries to point at the young prophet, and the hand withers, and the young prophet has to pray to God, and the hand is healed. That was a portal of hell. That's why the young prophet was sent by God to come and shut that portal. You get it? Why am I saying that altar was a portal? Let me take you back to Abraham. Abraham builds an altar in a location and opens a portal to heaven. Many years later, the grandson comes, stumbles on that portal, sleeps there as he was headed to Laban's house. And at night, the heaven opens and there's a long ladder. Angels are ascending and descending on that place. And God spoke from above there. When he wakes up, he says, "This is the gate of heaven." Meaning it was a portal. Now through that portal, God speaks to him and tells him where you're going, what is going to happen. I'll bring you back safe. Is more sure way of conducting God. God accesses you more and you are sure about your calling in God, about the will of God for you through a portal. Now, so if we look at Moses, he saw a burning bush, which was a portal. Now, portals signify the power between the physical and spiritual realm. And I was saying, the physical realm is real to us because we are alive and we are conscious of the physical realm. Now, the spiritual realm is also real the way the physical realm is real. For example, Bible says that the children of Israel, they ate angels' food. The manna they were feeding on was food for angels. So that realm is real. I said that realm is real. That realm is real. They ate angels' food. Jesus presented 5 loaves of bread, 2 pieces of fish to God. And from that realm, bread and fish, the power of God multiplied. Meaning that realm is real. It's a realm of power. It's a realm of the supernatural. So, portal signifies the power between the physical and spiritual. And I want to explain this. Let me explain. Satan is the ruler, the prince of this world. How did it come that Satan is the ruler of this world? You remember Revelation chapter 12. If I may read that one, verse 7. Revelation 12 verse 7. I don't know if I have time to explain this. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not. Neither was there place found anymore in heaven. So formerly he was in heaven. Initially Satan was in heaven. We know that. But he began a battle and he was able to win some angels. And Bible says, and war broke out in heaven. The dragon, Satan, fought with his angels. Michael, with his angels, they fought. But Satan lost the battle. Like he is always a loser. He lost the battle. Pay attention. And the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceives the whole world. He was cast out into the earth. And his angels were cast out with him. That's why he's here on earth together with us in this realm. Yes, he is in the spiritual realm, but he is in this world. And he is the prince of this world.